So we put him in his bed. I came downstairs to clean up the kitchen. Next thing you know, he's like, no, no. And I'm walking up the stairs and he's like, call 911. And when I got halfway up the stairs, he's holding him and he hands him to me. And I can feel him like shaking in my arms. That's you? That's your number right there? And next thing you know, I ended up in a room and it was like all these doctors around him. And they said that he had a seizure because his fever spiked up so high. So what is the first initial sound that you hear?
A.
We were there till like 6 in the morning and I had to be to work at 7. I came home, got dressed, and went to work. And then I told my meat wrapper, I'm like, oh, you know, my youngest son had a seizure last night and I'm tired and I've been in the hospital all night. She's like, what the hell are you doing here? Why are you here? Family's first, family's first. And I'm like, yeah, why am I here right now?
My wife has been real sick in the bed and I'm just doctoring her and I'm telling her to call in, make sure, you know, you don't go to work. And I just think that she felt threatened by it and just went to work anyway, like she would lose her job if she didn't show up or something.
Obviously going to public schools, they get sick quite often. And I remember Kennedy being sick. And I'm like, oh, you'll be okay. I'll bring you some medicine home. But now that paid sick days have been one, I can actually stay at home with my son and not worry about my check being short. Not worrying about a bill not being paid, you know. I really do think family is first.
Monica isn't the only one who can earn paid sick days because of family values at work in their partners. That number is more than 2.25 million people. Millions more can use their time to care for a sick child or take dad to the doctor. Others are no longer disciplined for taking a sick day. People don't catch germs from someone forced to work sick. Local businesses have healthy, committed workers and more customers. We all win with paid sick days.
You like the bumpy slide?
I like the bumpy slide. I go first. I go first.
We'll see who goes first.
I do.
Oh, okay.
And me first.
Okay, you both go first.
My name's Jay Bukowski. I'm the dad of Jack and Ava, the twin 2.5-year-old terrors that have sort of invaded my life for the better.
Truck.
There's a truck on yours, yeah.
Jack and Ava were born at 28 weeks, which is significantly premature. They spent 69 days in the neonatal intensive care unit. They were our little babies in a bubble. Well, we left the hospital after a week of recovery from my wife, and I had to leave them there. It's one of the hardest things to do, to have to leave your child behind as you're going home. The doctor said for the first 6 months, no daycare. It was too much of a health risk. So Christy's paid family leave ran out. Well, I burned through all my vacation days and all my sick days first. And then I took paid family leave so that one of us could be here with them at all times. If we didn't have access to paid family leave, it would have been incredibly hard to do, especially with twins. I think it's kind of an outdated way of thinking that the mom does the child rearing and the dad goes to work and brings home the paycheck. You know, the dad has to have a part in the family. I think having taken an active role in my kids' first few months has brought me a lot closer to them. I never thought I'd get to this point, but I have inside jokes with my 2.5-year-olds. You're not going to get 8 hours sleep anymore, but you're going to get to cuddle with your kids. So it's so much better than 8 hours sleep.
Jason isn't the only one who can afford to spend time with a newborn or seriously ill loved one because of family values at work and their partners. Today, nearly 17 million have access to family medical leave insurance. This means babies can breastfeed longer. More seniors can live independently. Kids heal faster with a parent at their side. Businesses have reliable workers and customers that can support them. We all win with paid family leave.
Building coalitions really does take time. And one of the important things about family values at work is it's really allowed us the time to do the deep work of building coalitions, to building the relationships. Political change is hard. Policy change is hard. And so we need to know we can trust each other, we can rely on each other through thick and thin.
Benefit of the coalition too has been that we've been able to feel like you're a part of something, that it's not just your state, right? You're like part of a nationwide effort.
We've learned a lot. We've been able to borrow materials and reach out to you guys when we had questions and followed a lot of the good things that worked in the Seattle campaign.
You know, paid sick leave is an issue that impacts so many people in so many different ways that having voices that can really talk about the health aspect of it, the effect on kids, the effect on seniors, the effect on workers, why it's important for businesses to succeed. Having the voices that talk about all of that makes it a really powerful coalition.
We got a lot of customers from supporting this ordinance and this policy. People felt like we cared, so then they cared. I've always had these policies in place in my restaurant, but to make that a protection for everyone, it needs a broader vehicle like the coalition.
It took us 12 years in New Jersey to become the second state in the country to pass family leave insurance, and we could not have done it without the assistance of Family Values at Work. They've provided us with a consistent source of funding, message and media, assistance, strategic planning, and the ability to network with folks throughout the country who are doing work that is similar to that which we are doing.
DC 1 paid sick days for all workers, but unfortunately the law exempts tipped restaurant workers. So now a coalition has formed, including Family Values at Work, to make sure that tipped restaurant employees like myself have access to earned sick and safe leave.
I live in a red state, Georgia, and it's extremely difficult to pass public policy. Having access to some strategic thinkers through our relationship with Family Values at Work has helped us a lot. They've been able to come in and train our coalition partners to talk to Republican legislators about common sense reform. So we're really excited about this legislative session, and we know we're going to win.
10 years ago, Ellen Bravo came to meet with me at Ford to talk about the importance of opening up the work-family balance discussion from professional women to address the needs of all workers, especially including the millions of low-wage workers who didn't have a single paid sick day. And today, Family Values is a strong, diverse coalition that is winning change across the country. And so I was delighted that the foundation was able to support Ellen Bravo and her work from the very beginning. So what I'm excited about is that we're about to change the world of work for low-wage workers. So keep up the good work.